This is Dina, and today I'll show you how to update your phone, precisely HTC Evo Lte from Sprint to Android 4.3. This update is not going to be downloaded over the air, so you'll need to run it on the computer. I'd recommend having a Windows computer, although it is possible to do on a Mac, I believe. I'm not sure if I have a file, but I don't even have a Mac. I'm a Windows person. Yeah, don't hate me. But this software will update it on the computer, and this will remove all your personal information, so you'll have to make sure everything is backed up. This will also remove your root. If you have it rooted and you really want to preserve your root, don't do it. I wouldn't recommend it. If you have low battery, you run a risk of damaging your phone. So don't do it on a low battery. You'll also need to dedicate at least 30 minutes of your time to running this, so you don't disconnect it during the update process and damage it. What else will it remove? It won't remove your flash. If you have it flashed to a different carrier, it won't do that, but it will definitely remove picture messaging and YouTube. But you can set them up pretty easily by dialing #3282#. From what I know, on most of the carriers, the picture messaging works with stock messaging on this phone. Pretty nice one to flash. So for this procedure, you will need to download the file I will upload a link for, which is called that RUU file. And then you'll also need HTC Sync, and you can get it on Google. Just type it in. So that's HTC Sync over there. Sync Manager. You download and install it. Sometimes it asks to reboot the computer. So download, install, reboot the computer. And then after that, download the file that I'll put a link for, that RUU file. After doing that, you'll need to double click on the RUU. It's about, it's almost like a gig, so make sure your internet access is not limited, because this is a pretty large file, and if you're on tethered internet, this will, consume a huge chunk of it. And then it's going to take, about, when you double click on it, no matter how fast your computer is, so RUU always takes a minute to actually load. You load, open it and then accept, and then it's gonna tell you that this will delete all the information and blah blah blah. Go ahead and click I understand if you do really understand it and you really agree to lose all your information on it, and then you want to click next. Yes, this will say turn on your Android phone and connect it to the computer. I would recommend using an actual HTC or Motorola cable. Don't use LG cables. I hate them because they normally don't recognize anything else but LG. So make sure you have a good cable for it. Make sure you have, this says 30%, 100% charge on your phone. In case if you do something wrong with it, for you to restore it, you will actually need to have, good battery. And the battery on this is not removable. So if you do mess up, it's going to be pretty hard. But you click on this, and that you have completed the steps. Mine has like 40% charge. I know I'm a bad person, but I'm pretty sure I won't ruin it because I've done it a few times. We'll go ahead and click next here. This will verify all the information. Okay, so the current image version is 3.16. and we're going to update it. Now, be careful guys, because as I said, this will remove your root if you have root access. Once you are on this update, it's very hard to go back to the previous version. So only do that if you really want Sense 5 and you want Android 4.3. Okay, don't do it just because you want to give it a try. Do it only if you're sure about it. So click update. This will take a minute to load, any RUU file takes, oh my god, a long time to load. You can go make coffee for yourself and come drink it, put some rum in it or something, relax, and then all of a sudden it will show up like this. So we're going to go to image version 4.13. Okay, it will say this will prepare the update process, and that, you know, the update completed status will be shown on the PC. I'm gonna click next. So it's rebooting bootloader right now. This is where the reason why you needed HTC Sync pretty much is for its drivers to be installed correctly, and for your phone not to see, not to say that, for your computer not to say the drivers weren't installed or something. You can always remove HTC Sync. It's pretty bothersome because every time you connect the phone, this thing comes up. But other than that, it's a nice tool to have. So it's installing the drivers right now on the bottom, right here. Okay, it's installed my HTC. If you can see on the phone, let me move it this way. It's downloading HTC software right now. You can notice the progress. Make sure to do it on Htc Evo Lte. I mean, the software is pretty smart. If you connect something else to it that is not Evo Lte, it's not going to even attempt to do it because it will know that the RU is not for it. But again, make sure it's Htc Evo Lte. And if you have a custom ROM on it, this will pretty much bring it back to stock. But I'm not sure if you want to go custom ROM and then go to the original software. That wouldn't really make much sense, but it's updating right now. HTCs are one of the, I mean, they're so easy to update, but make sure you have enough time to stay and be there when it wants you to click stuff on it. Normally it takes about, I guess, 15 minutes or so. If you see the progress bar and it has percentage, it means you're in a good place. Sometimes if you don't have HTC Sync installed or something is not right or it cannot connect, the computer will tell you I cannot connect to your phone. As I said, the software is pretty smart. It's smarter than me. Going to check my messages while this is being loaded. Time to catch up with friends. Sorry for all that silence, I just want to be here with you guys while it's doing it. So you can actually do the process by watching the video in real time and see how it actually looks like. And don't be scared if your phone is doing something weird. It's updating. Also, if you have an SPC reset on it, which, you know, normally when it's flashed it goes to all 6 zeros, this will not change it. It will still be all zeros. I ran out of things to say while this is booting, sorry. I'm gonna step away. You might just get tired and cut this part of the video because you'll probably fall asleep. So just leave it as it is, go do your stuff and come back. Okay, there's some action going on. I take my words back. That wasn't 15 minutes, it's like 20 minutes or something. So if it takes longer, guys, I mean, if it's doing that, don't think that you're doing something wrong. There's a progress on it, even if the line goes back and forth. So as long as that's there and your computer is not giving you an error or your phone is not giving you an error, you're totally fine, okay? It says your ROM has updated pretty much, and then you're gonna click finish. By the time computer work is done, and we're waiting for it to boot right now. Once it's booted, let's see, let's get closer to the phone. Done. You'll have to wait for it to boot completely. Magic happening. Oh, look at that. Sprint. See, when I was saying the HTC sync, the thing always comes up. And especially if you're doing something and you connect your phone, because it's always dying from battery problems. That thing comes up, then you're like, oh man. But anyways, go back to that. But as I said, you can uninstall your HTC sync if you don't like it, or maybe stop it from showing up by killing it. Such a bad person. Okay, it says HTC sync is requesting permission. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that, and then let's go through to agree. You're gonna choose your language and go through a setup and etc, etc. So let's see here, we're gonna click start. Next, go through all this stuff. I don't, if you want to talk to HTC about the problems and everything, I just disagree to anything there, give it a name. Forget the quality of my video. Oh, okay. Right there. Okay, so see, the interface is pretty different now. It's the 4.3. You're gonna go to menu here. And then that's it. Your update is successful. This might be a very long video and everything, but at least it takes you through the whole process. Again, you can do it at home. Just make sure you have time for it. Don't run anything. While this is running, don't run anything on your computer. Make sure battery is charged. It will remove everything, so do it only if you have everything backed up. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have questions, you can, comment here or send me an email at remoteflash2cricket. Everything is at gmail.com. Everything is spelled out normally, so remoteflash2cricket. And I'm also on Cricket Users. If you want to find me, my name is Dina, and thank you.